Everything's ready to go. And it looks like we are live, so I will say hello everyone and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we doing this fine Monday? And of course it is I, your host, that guy, what's his name? Sir Sick or some shit like that? Anyway, yes, it is me again here to pointlessly waste the next hour of your life on complete nonsense, at some point probably talking about food. But yeah, and for those wondering, there is no Mrs. Sick this week. She is sat behind me on her laptop, but she is not in the fucking mood because it has been an exhausting week slash start of the new year. We're just very busy times. We've got so much to fucking do this month. It's ridiculous. I just did the taxes today. Oh fucking hell, I hate doing taxes. It's good because as someone who exists almost entirely online, it means that almost all of my information that I require in order to fucking know what the hell I owe is tracked in some form or another that I can access and look at. But in the other hand, who can be fucking asked? But yeah, did that today, waiting for them to send me a bill. Hooray. No, Mr. Sick, that's just sick. Dave, I will hurt you. She's pegging you. I mean, she would if she could, but I'm sat in a chair, so she can't. Mm. But yeah. So, have we all had a good week? How did the first week of the proper week, full week of 2023 hold up? Happy New Year, you fat slag. I mean, I am fat and I am a bit of a slag, so where's the lie? How are you? I was playing PUBG Mobile. Well, there's your first mistake. And got really pissed off. Drove half the map to save someone, and when I was under fire, and the person fucked off and left me to die. Well, that's why you don't help people. People are the worst, and they cannot be helped anyway because they're already fucking awful. So I don't even know why you tried. Oh, excuse me. Thankfully, good news. I've still got fucking goo on my chest from when I was really sick. It's not really being a problem at the moment, but fucking hell, it's a pain in my backside. Yeah. So New Year's looks just like the old one. Yeah. Dude, you're back. I wasn't away. I did last week. I did weeks before. This is something I get a lot. I get a lot of people who go, "Oh my god, two Sir Sick videos in 1 week. 3 fucking years. Like, best part of 3 fucking years, I've been doing 2 videos a week. Did you not notice? Did it might be 3 years, it might be 2 years, but it's a number of years at the very fucking least. And I find it completely baffling that people somehow didn't notice. And when that thought came to their mind, didn't double check. Because here's the thing I do. If I have a thought that could be wrong, I go and fucking check. I very, very rarely will just say some shit. It's why when I'm watching a video, I will almost always have a comment typed out, and then I stop and watch the rest of the video. It's like, oh, you said stupid thing here, blah 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 blah, or interesting thing that I want to contribute to, but then I have to wait and see if they mention it later because I don't want to be that asshole. But as the other side of that conversation, holy shit, I see comments like that all the goddamn time, and they drive me a little bit mental. It's just like, just stop and actually check. Or someone else, they fucking had a go at me for the Kyle video. They said, I can't believe you did this. He's crying. No, he's not. It's very fucking obvious that he's just pretending. This is not SS Life. That makes it sound like a very different thing. Sick Live, but it's actually called a TSTP. Terrible stream for terrible people. Get it right. God damn it. But yeah, like, watch the rest. If something seems unbelievable, fucking check. If someone says something very stupid in all confidence and they don't stop, that's one thing. But if you think something's going on, you should be sure before you look like a moron. And I very rarely get comebacks from when I point out someone is being a fucking moron. Pain in the bronchioles or pain in the airways. I see what you did there. It's not really a pain in anything. It doesn't hurt. It's just goopy. I should probably get on the old the makings of meth. I can't remember what they're called. Sudafed. And just let it do its job. But I don't know. Last time I started having Sudafed, I started bleeding from my lungs. That was while I was sick, but I don't think those were related. I'm just like making connections that might not be there because I am stupid. You are only 3. I'm not comfortable with all this at all. Maybe you are not the slag I thought. I'm not 3. Do you think I've ever been 3? It's the same thing with 5 o'clock in the morning. Shit doesn't exist. Never happened. What the fuck? I expected hoorays and such like. Worst first line ever. First live ever. Good. Good. Now you understand that it's a terrible stream for terrible people. It's not for good, nice, friendly people. Fuck me, no. I'm way ahead of you. I already acknowledged that I thought you were going to say, I already acknowledged that you are a moron, sick. Thank you. Fuck me and my cool nick. Ex-parrot. And you're a sheep. So, yeah, I suppose. Do you still talk there? Because that would be a pretty cool sheep. Whiskey removes all pains. Fire. Unless you drink way too much and then you start getting different types of pains. But we don't talk about that. Let's not mention pain in the airways as I have a sore throat and possible acute bronchitis. Fun times. Everyone's a fucking idiot, but I suppose some people are slightly less idiots. Me, I'm personally just a prick. So you're not an idiot. You're just an asshole. I don't know how to feel about that. No, I want people screaming, I'm an idiot. It proves my mum lies. That you're an idiot? Or that your mum's an idiot? Or that everyone's an idiot? Does your mum think that people aren't idiots? Because, damn, your mum dumb. As a human who wakes up at 5 a.m., I wish it didn't exist. You just need to start telling people that you don't know what they're talking about. You got here literally as soon as you could. Moronic, I moronic sick sheep, and you monkey. Okay, good for you. What? Guifen chin is the best way to rid yourself of the gripe. Duck dog, what the fuck? People are always saying it's too early to drink. Well, it's 6 a.m. somewhere, right? Plus, if you're retired, it is still day drinking. Day drinking, best kind of drinking. Speaking of, need to pour myself a new one. Oh. Hello, sweet prince. Hello, Quick Sticks Production. What? I don't know if that's who I think it is, so I'm not going to say. I mean the fucking profile picture, the PFP, as people so irritatingly say now. I always read PFP as pff, just like a dismissive term. It's the same thing when I first started interneting. Told this story a million times, but what's the point of being old if you don't get to repeat yourself all the fucking time? First time I saw BRB, I just thought people were burping at me. They would burp and then just be quiet for ages. I was like, fucking hell, that's just rude. It's Tony Blair. I thought it was Tony Blair, but I wasn't sure. You could tell my doctor how stupid I am. Do you want me to send your doctor a note? Dear Mr. Doctor, or Mrs. Doctor, don't judge. Why would that be judging? Where is it? Surrender Monkey is very stupid. Love from Sesek. I read PFP as PlayStation Portable. That was the greatest Nintendo console. I know that feeling. I'm 43, so nearly I'm a care home. You're nearly a care home? I mean, I'm not even any sort of building. I mean, I'm pretty fat, but Jesus Christ. Uh, day drinking is for scrubs. I'm going for year drinking. See, you say scrubs, and I have that word now so associated with medical professions because of the show that I just hear day drinking is for scrubs, as in day drinking. That's just what doctors do. Uh, the world has 24 hours to drink, and bring old means. And being old means you have experience. Goddamn people, we need to start spell checking. Christ, let's be a bit slow, a bit more spell checky. Not because I care, it's just because it's really fucking hard to read. Mm. If Mrs. Sick isn't in the chat, can you please loudly say, "Hey, CC here, Chris. How's it going in Westchester, my dude?" That's not how he fucking said it. I mean, I would fucking love it if he did, but that's not. Day drinking, that's just too whiskey. Get out. By the way, it's 6:12 a.m. here in Tokyo. I have nothing to do, and my fridge is filled with acai beer. Acai is the moral. Is that a moral and ethical dilemma? Oh well, let me have a beer and I'll tell you later. Also, I didn't realize that the name Shikata Ganai 100 was actually like a person who was anywhere near Japan. So, congratulations, you're not just a weeb. That's always cool. The assumption is you see a name that looks vaguely associated with Japanese culture on the internet, your immediate guess is weeb. Because if it's not in Japanese, then it's probably someone who isn't. You may not be. You may just live there because it's cool. Me and Mrs. Sick would love to visit Japan and the various places. Right now, we're just using the Yakuza games as a sort of a step between in order to explore faux Japanese towns. But fuck me, when we rewatched that James May show. And if you haven't seen it, it's actually pretty fucking great. But terrible stream confirmed. It's always terrible. That's the point, motherfucker. But greetings from Saitama. See, all I know is that Saitama is One Punch Man. But yeah, rewatching the James May show, Our Man in Japan, and then he goes to Dotonbori, and I went, Dotonbori? That sounds just like Sotenbori. And he's like, yeah, because it fucking is. Sotenbori is just like the fictional version from that universe. And I'm like, I recognize that place. I recognize that place. Up that. I've always wondered what was up that fucking street that you're not allowed to go in the games. Oh, fucking hell. Real life Japan is so much more immersive than video game Japan. Yeah. Bim May. Yes. Tried to put Jim. I accidentally put Bim. Bim. Guess what? Fucking hell. So good. Second season, garbage. He goes to Italy and it's just nowhere near as fucking interesting. I think because it's just Europe for me. And I'm like, yeah, I've been to Europe. Now, while they do have various changes, they definitely feel a lot more familiar to me than Japan does. Japan has very, very stark changes. So I couldn't get into it. Me and Miss Sick tried to watch it, watched a few episodes, and we're like, "Are you bored? Yeah, I'm bored. Let's watch something else." One Punch Man is called Saitama because the artist that draws the comic lives in my town here. Yes, I was vaguely aware of that concept. I know that the sort of what you see as the landmass when they do like planetary sized shots is actually like a district or something like that. Was that the James May show where they captured a weird see-through humanoid thing in the background and somehow none of the cameramen noticed it? I don't fucking know because I didn't notice it either, apparently. Dotonbori is in Osaka. Yes. I'm aware. I've played Yakuza, motherfucker. It's where the Omi Alliance is. They're mortal enemies of the Toho or Tojo clan. I can never remember which one it is. Mm. I can finally call myself a terrible person. Made it to a live stream after binging Sir Sick for the last 6 weeks. 6 weeks of fucking listening to my voice. Jesus Christ. I can't imagine. Actually, for some fucking reason, I think I got a couple of comments on some videos that I haven't seen people talk about in fucking ages. So I was like, I wonder what those videos are like. One of them's more recent, and one of them is old. And fucking hell, the old ones. Oh, the spacing, the fucking, the time I just don't do anything, the timing of the jokes. I have gotten a lot fucking better at this. Just amazingly better at this. The I was told that after about 5 years, your older stuff will start to become unwatchable. And I thought, that's still gonna happen. I mean, there's older things that I made that I just don't like anymore. But in general, but I thought, my performance will be it. No, the performance is like a couple of decent jabs, but fucking hell. The clip is on. I will do that if I remember. Favorite ones are definitely Roger. The Roger videos are always hard work. They're almost as hard work as Spirit Science, but at least Roger thinks that he's like redefining science. I mean, he's not. The man's madder than a box of frogs, but yeah. Fucking Creaky Blinder sent me a picture of Roger the other day. I had sworn that I'd seen one before, but it was slightly different. He has those fucking those thick, what do you call them, Coke bottle glasses, and yeah, he basically looked like how I thought he looked like. Maybe I had seen it before, maybe I hadn't. Who the fuck knows? Could have been a dream. But Roger looks exactly as I expected. A lot of people expected something very different, but no. Holy shit, I love the new background. I'm especially impressed I have my Norks out on the moon. You can just see me. Okay. Gotta get those Norks out on the moon, I guess. Please, 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 please say Le Flan, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. Silly. I know about that much. I know that it ends with gog. I don't speak Welsh, so I'm not the Creaky Blinder. Despite appearances, with our completely obviously identical channels and completely identical styles, where there's just no difference, I'm not actually the Creaky Blinder. Mr. Six should evaluate your performance from 5 years ago. Well, what? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Creepy blind man, as Nuthoven calls him. Yeah. See, I told Creaky that he should lean into shit like that. Like, have a version of himself. Because I think when you do live stuff, you've got more flexibility to be weird. And I think he should have like a more gross version of himself. And like be just, yeah, like the creepy blinder, which I think would be fun. But I didn't know that Kent Hovind called him that, so I don't know if he took offense to that. I don't think he did, and even if he did, he doesn't like care that much. He loves me anyway. I mean, who wouldn't? I just play all your video playlist in the background while I play Pokemon, switching between you and Logic videos for background sound. Good to know I'm not being listened to. But no, I appreciate it because that shit's great. Welsh is like Greek. I'd very much like to buy a vowel. But yeah, I don't know. Like the Roger stuff, I probably need to find a new video. Sometimes he doesn't put out anything for ages that I find particularly appealing. When he just sits there and talks about his misunderstandings about certain various sciences. He talks about space a lot, and it's just not very interesting. It's when he makes like clear, fucking ridiculous, ludicrous claims that I tend to have fun, or when he's like just bigging himself up. He has this really. It's one of the reasons why I don't think people say, "Oh, he's just a doddery old man," but he's also incredibly fucking arrogant. He's incredibly fucking arrogant. So I think that's fair game to me. When you think you're smarter than everyone else, you're fair game for the Cersei channel. It's the reverse of when someone, I don't know fucking why they thought this would be pretty appropriate, but they sent me a video of someone who was clearly learning disabled, who was religious, and they're, oh, there you go. It's like, why the fuck would I do that? Do you think I'm not just? There's so many reasons why I wouldn't fucking do that. I might be an asshole, but I'm not a cunt. And I just, yeah, I was so baffled by that I didn't even know what to say to the person. Just like, no, what the fuck is wrong with you? You find Roger very appealing. Yes, he arouses me with his old man voice and his jabbing at monitors. How do I stop the Amish bots infecting my phone from sending offensive texts on every YouTube channel? Well, first, you need to admit that that's just you. And then you need to accept that that's what you're going to do and just do it. You should go after Matt Powell. He deserves mockery. Matt Powell, a guy I've never covered. Matt Powell is one of my... I have a few people that I will look on my list and go, I haven't covered him in a month, at least. And then start tracking recent videos to see if they come out with something that will make me laugh. That'll piss me off because it's so fucking stupid. There's various people like that. Try to always throw a couple of new people into the mix once a month. That's why I'm always asking, like, if you ever find anything that you think would be a good fit for the channel, please, please, please send it to me. It will make my life. Sometimes I get a few of those in a row, and for some reason I just find a bunch, and then I'll have like a month's worth of content, and it's so much less stressful. Finding the right thing to do this time, today. Writing scripts is basically the hardest part of this as a job, because it's the bit where you're making the vast majority of the content in that sense. The rest is just work, which is fine. It's not difficult. You just have to do it. I just find fucking editing tedious as all hell. I might be an asshole, but I'm not a gunnant. Is an important distinction when people don't get levels of stuff. Yes. Like, I will be a dick to people who deserve it, and to people who don't deserve it but can take it. It is 99% about people, the levels of what people could genuinely take. If you're arrogant, me calling you a fuckwit is not gonna faze you. I have a funny feeling Roger has seen one or two of my videos, because I've seen him mention things that I've said about him, like mostly about his style, and yeah. But it's water off a duck's back for someone like that. It's why I was so fucking irritated when someone said about the Kyle video, it's like, oh, you're just attacking this person who's clearly crying. And it's like, no, watch the fucking video. Watch the video. You can see he stops it, and then he's like, blah, 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 blah. He's supposed to be doing me. He is trying to take the piss out of me, effectively, or atheists in general, or people who understand evolution in general. Like, that's what he's doing. He's not fucking upset. He's too stupid to be upset. And that's who I go for. If I thought someone wouldn't be able to handle my criticism, I would just probably not pay any attention to them. If it irritated them, that's good. I like people getting annoyed at me. That's fucking funny. Because especially when they're wrong, the more annoyed and wrong they are, usually the more stupid they get. I can't be arrogant. I'm just so much better at this human being thing than everyone else. I would be, but being as I'm not technically human, I can't do it because, you all smell and terrible. The fact Matt Powell has actually figured out how to upload videos to YouTube is inspiring, really. Like when monkeys use tools or put... Yeah, I mean, Matt Powell, easy peasy. because he's an idiot. And he's very much, he definitely knows that he's right about everything he says. I was working on a video today, Monday, Tuesday, always video creation, writing days, that is. And a guy said, I'm 100% sure that X. And every single time I hear that, I just go, right, here's a moron. Like, I ain't even 100% sure I fucking exist. Let alone, like, not talking about as a character. I mean, like, let's go existential bullshit. Like, you can't be 100% sure you're not just a piece of software in a program. It's probably not true, but how do you know? Like, you couldn't know. That's kind of the point. That's the point of the questions. You don't fucking know. But when someone says they're 100% sure of basically anything, they're almost universally fucking wrong. Well, he may be a castle, but not a punt. But he also enjoys being a pick on occasion. Not wandering far, geographically speaking. I don't know how that word came out like that, but whatever. I love it when Sir Sick talks shit. I love self-defecatory humor. That's what you get. You get a burp. Oh my god. I'm not 100% sure about my ex. I suppose you could be personally 100% sure about how you feel about a particular incident or person. Even then, actually, thinking about, like, so feelings change over time. So, But you said whiskey is 100% perfect, so that does not mean it's not. Right, whiskey being 100% perfect, being a stone cold fact. I'm not 100% sure it's 100% perfect, but it definitely appears to be. So, what can I tell you? I think I am real. I may not be. It is my presupposition. I mean, it could be a post-supposition. You just, like, you've come to the conclusion that you're real. And you probably are. Like, the way I see it is until we have, like, take your fucking chat GPT and just some of the fucking ludicrous shit that comes out of that thing. It is actually really cool, and I've had some fucking around with it time, mostly trying to break it because that's what I do. But when it does break, it collapses in on itself. It's actually kind of spectacular to watch. And I don't think that a program could be made that can't be flicked so hard that everything tumbles down. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But at least for the time being, I'd be amazed if it ever happens. Whiskey, as long as it is bourbon, is perfect. I see. I thought you were saying whiskey, like, is as long as a piece of string. As long as it is bourbon, as good, as perfect as it is tasty. Sorry, I've got to get a cough out of me. There we go. Some goo. We needed some goo. Yum, yum, yum. Your content is mindless and banal and soul-crushing, but at least mostly factual. Hope you enjoy the virile whiskey as much as I enjoyed thinking of you raging at the screen over it. I mean, I don't think my content is mindless and banal. I mean, the content that I cover is... I like to think that my content is witty and fun. And sometimes I'm right. If you think it's all banal, I don't know why the fuck you would ever watch me. Hi, Mrs. Sick, are you alright? What are you looking for? Mrs. Sick, are you going to make me read Egyptian stuff? No. Right, what is this? Spread wide your gates for me. Babooms. Mrs. Sick just brought me over a fucking... I bought her an Egyptian book for Christmas. Well, before Christmas, but it took fucking ages to come. So it basically might as well have been for Christmas. And, yeah, she's been spending all day. It's her happy place, is translating Egyptian stuff. And that's what it said in the book. Spread wide my what? Spread wide my gates, baboom. And Surrender Monkey is now officially handsome. Congratulations. It only took a few bucks. But you got to keep paying if you want to stay handsome. Because no one has yet to join famous or good at the sex. It's just, so when I look at my my list thing, it just says shitload of handsome. So I'm waiting for the day someone goes, you know what, Sessic, you deserve a little bit more money. You shouldn't have left the door open. Well, it was wait, are you saying because... All right, Duck Dog. Yeah, he's just being mean. Okay. Would you have a pop at Jordan Peterson if you haven't already? Jordan Peterson is much like Jordan of Spirit Science. He's quite annoying to listen to. I've seen some of the stuff. I might get round to it at some point. If I find a video that's just right. Oh, look at Dave Critcher. Dave Critcher's now famous, and he'll be famous for being the first famous. I mean, no one will care, but it's a little bit famous, and I care. So, you know, someone. But I don't count as people, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. So, Mrs. Sick is studying on mummification. I mean, she is a mum, so that kind of makes sense. What's Egyptian for gravy, babes? She has no idea. I have a friend who plays woodwinds. He's good at the sax. But that's not a woodwind. A sax is a brass instrument. God damn it. I'm so mad now. Sick, I'm kind of upset with you. A while back I asked if I could become Homander, famous and good at the sex, and you said I would have to be born with it. But now anyone could just play. I might have said that, but I do have a bad habit of lying a lot. I can't help myself. I always do it when I'm funny. Reed equals woodwind. Does it? Doesn't the instrument have to be wood? I thought the instrument had to be a wooden. Sax is woodwind. Okay, apparently I'm fucking wrong. See? I learned something new every day. Sax is brass played with the reed. See, that speaks less to my ignorance and more that sax is clearly defined completely fucking wrong. Show me the wooden... If a device is 99% made of brass, how the fuck do you call it wood? I'm gonna build a wooden house out of fucking out of saxophones. Unless there is a wooden saxophone, when that completely just destroys everything I've said. So a clarinet is apparently a plastic. Sax is awful and sounds like a dying cat. Have you heard sax-a-boom? Because that is the greatest instrument that ever existed. Woodwind, reed, or flute. So it's just... See, you can see how I would be confused by that. How about naming things ways that make fucking sense? Mad now. I'm mad at the people who named those things. We should hunt them down and fucking show them what metal is. Or various other materials. This? Not wooden! Dunk! A human eyeball is just creatures from the fifth dimension trapped inside the human body. Yes. But don't tell them I told you. Especially not your ones. They're particularly bad. Okay, I play electric bass. And I hate it when people call it a guitar. It is a bass! What really is annoying is when aliens come in and take your bass guitars and they say all your bass all belong to us. That motherfucker. That was mine. Jesus fucking Christ pissing himself on a holy rubber cloth. Thanks. The wood reeds sound classical, but there's plastic reeds too. Motherfucker, now everything's getting confusing. See, This is the important shit. Someone just said BitChute for no fucking reason. I'm aware of BitChute. If you mean as a source of content, yes. Although it runs dry pretty quick because its searching is terrible. And if you're saying as a platform to go onto, no. No one's fucking there. Christ, the amount of times I've been told I should go to XYZ platform because YouTube is about to die. And then YouTube doesn't die and that other platform doesn't fucking go anywhere. Like, you give me... If Amazon, like, turned Twitch into an actual YouTube competitor, that might be something. I would say Microsoft, but they gave up on that shit straight away. Honestly, it has to be some fucking massive company that's just going to pump a shitload of money into a thing. TSTP, the birth of plastic wind. Where's the metal? The whole thing is made of metal. It shouldn't be based on what you fucking stick in the end of it. You could put anything in that. They could just change it. You could make a metal reed, I bet. Which wouldn't be a reed, obviously, but you know what I mean. I bet you could make a metal thing that replaced it. It would probably sound horrendous, but then you'd have an all-metal woodwind instrument. And then that's just, yeah. I know what a reed is. You stick into it. You jam it in the top. Did I just hear a mixer opening with whiskey, you heathen, if so? Yes. See, the way I do it is I have whiskey with Pepsi. Well, with Pepsi Max. Because I don't want to drink neat drinks. I like tall drinks that I can sip over time and just, yeah. And I like the flavour of mixers. It's a highball or whatever you want to call it. But mine is done in the can because I've got pouring spouts. So I take a little sip and I pour directly into the can. And then, you know, sports day at school is much more entertaining. No, I never do that. Oh, mostly because I'd still have the big bottle of fucking whiskey out. No one will know a thing's going on. With Andrew Tate being shafted away, would you become the new alpha icon? You have practically the same message of being handsome, famous, and good at the sex. Yeah, but I'm also not like a total fucking dick bag. I put out a joke the other week. Someone got so mad at me. Said, don't get taint derangement syndrome. I was like, I made a fucking joke. The only person who's deranged is you. If that's how you react to a joke about your senpai, calm the fuck down, mate. You can always tell when someone is irrational when they can't take a joke. Like, at all. Even, you could say the joke was bad. That joke wasn't funny. Fuck you. Okay. You're wrong, but okay. But if you don't mention the joke and you're just like focused on the idea of someone you like being criticized, you might need to pull your head out of your arsehole, mate. Sorry, not sorry. The fact you get Mrs. Sick on proves you're nothing like Tate. I mean, the fact you get Mrs. Sick on. Do you mean on with her or on the stream? I don't know, but yeah. She's also allowed to leave when she wants. I keep hinting that at her. You can leave when you want. You know. No. Oh. Whiskey with Pepsi, not even Coke. Sugar sweetener, cancer causing as well. Oh my god, my opinion on you has, well, not exactly changed. I like Pepsi Max, and I wanted something that had no calories in it. I am technically trying to lose weight. always trying. Kids sports day. All the kids drink whiskey an hour before running. I mean, it would make it more entertaining for damn sure. The only kids I wouldn't give alcohol to are my own, and then that would help them win, probably. Unfortunately, my kids are very, very long, but in that sort of... I'm very tall, so they're all just knee, is the best way to do it. So they're not fantastic at sports. I don't care. I've never been someone who goes, I'm fucking cheering away whether they come first place or last place or if they never finish at all. I wouldn't really care. But it would be very entertaining to watch a bunch of drunk kids get absolutely trashed by mine. I'm gonna say that'd be hilarious. Da 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 da. How dare you like things I don't like? I mean, that's true. I do find it very irritating when people don't like things I like. And I find it really irritating when people do like things that I don't. Mm. Oh, yeah, that's how you said it. Losing weight can be very trying. It's very, very trying. Unless you don't try, then it's not trying at all. It's really easy to not bother losing weight. It's like super fucking simple. You're not suffering from overweight, you're suffering from underlength. I'm like 6'3". I'm probably not going to get away with that. I know now there's going to be like 20 people like, oh, well, I'm 6'12". It's like, yes, I know. For some reason, I attract the talls, but you're uncommon. The average height for a man is something like 5'9". Is that right, or is it something else? Mrs. Sick, what's the average height for a man? I thought. Well, what about approximately? It's not 6'3", is it? She's checking. The lady with the reflected keyboard was hilarious. Oh, Gina. Gina Maria Colvin Hill. Yeah, she is average height for a man, 1.7 meters. Wow, that's fucking useful. 5'5". Really? It's an average. Of like the planet? Yeah, it's an average. Apparently 5'5", so I'm fucking way taller. 7'5". Don't give a fuck. Good for you. So you shouldn't. This will be like the first stream where I haven't had like 12 fucking giants go, what, you're only 6'3", Sick? I hit my head on the clouds. Big in Japan. It's like usually, maybe all the talls fucking bump their heads and they're now dead. Right. Average height in India is 5'5". Average height in America is 5'8". So there you go. I don't know what it is in the UK, but it's probably similar to America. But yeah. It's actually amazing to me because almost every single time I've mentioned my height, I've had a bunch of dudes tell me that they're just these fucking monstrously huge motherfuckers. There we go. I don't know if that's true now, because now people might be lying. 193 cm, not sure what that's in old numbers. That's like 6'3" to 6'4", dependent. 6'2" and a half. And yes, the half inch is important. Especially when you know. We need more Gina. We also need more pink hair lady. Oh, do you mean the woman with the feet? She's done some other stuff. I usually forget she exists. Bit more in the UK, around 5'10", so just a bit more. Yeah, fair enough. I'm 5'2". Like, doesn't matter. The other one is don't worry about your penis size, because if someone says you got a small dick, you tell them, yeah, but I've got a fast ass. It's always what you do with the X, not the X, but you know what I mean. I am also 6'3". Well, you're not allowed to be. You're only 6'3". You're the same height as me, you teeny tiny small fry. Yeah. As a general rule, I will be the tallest person in most rooms. I'm taller lying down. That's a skill. Cat care. Yes, pink hair is cat care. And she is fucking mental. I don't know of any other way to put it. Well, remember, it's not a matter of size. It's a matter of feet per second. That's a good way to put it. Oh my god. The average is actually Mars bar sized. Fun size, of course. Are we talking penises? Jesus fucking Christ, can you imagine? The guy talking about wanking made me laugh hard. Your euphemisms made me laugh harder. You got really hard in that video, didn't you? Jesus. I wasn't supposed to do that. I'm just talking about wanking. Christ. That was a really fun video to make. I've made a slightly less fun, but definitely a lot more controversial video that will be up this week or the next. So look out for that. They were found in a similar time scale. Why is the app not working? Because fuck you, Mr. Bancroft. Girlfriend told me to give her 6 inches and make it hurt, so I stuck it to her twice and hit her with a brick. Fuck me. I'm 6 foot 8 inches. Sorry, 6 foot and 8. For God's sake. You're talking about wanking Christ. Yes. He needs a good wank. Measuring dicks is a very stiff competition. And obviously, we all know that you measure from the back of your head. Not the back of the penis head, the back of your skull. Down and round, and that's how long your penis is. And if anybody tells you it's different, they're liars. Controversial video? What is this, YouTube? It's only slightly controversial. The topic is mostly stupid, but the reasoning of the person talking about the subject is clearly to be an asshole. But yeah, you'll know it when you see it. It'll be very obvious. Ooh. Huge fan, love your content. First time seeing you live, wanted to pop in and say you rock. My brain read say you rock as a very different thing. I'm not going to say it out loud because it's quite rude, but thank you. These aren't very good. Don't expect goodness from here. Oh. Online girlfriend told me to give her 9 inches and make her bleed, so I did her 3 times and punched her in the face. For fuck's sake, why are we doing this? How about not the violence towards women? You need to be fucking creationists. How do I turn jizz into a cryptocurrency? Jizz coin. You take your jizz and you find some sort of mold for a coin. You freeze it. You take a photo of it. Sell it as an NFT. Some fucking asshole will buy it. Why does he need a wank? He was married to a whore and friends with 10 thieves. What has being friends with thieves got to do with masturbation? Like, were they trying to steal his dick? I don't understand. Oh. Topic. Stupid. Content. Us. Certainly humans. It ain't the length, it's the girth. I think a combination of both is generally pretty good. Was Jesus into BDSM since everyone claims he's coming after getting nailed on a cross? I mean, he's coming and then he's coming again. The motherfucker just won't stop coming. He's been coming for thousands of years. Non-stop coming. One of these days he's going to have a fucking stroke. Jesus Christ. He just wants people to mine for his jizz coins. Or you call it like prostate and then people will be mining your prostate. That'll definitely make you jizz. Stupid conversation. How many Lego people can you fit in your, Lego house? See, my brain immediately went with mouth. There's a game, we call it Fuzzy Bunnies, you might call it something else. You take a marshmallow, you put it in your mouth, you say Fuzzy Bunnies. Eventually, as long as you keep them in your mouth, otherwise you're cheating, you'll blur them out all over everything because there's only so big your mouth is. That, but with little Lego men. Preferably the pointier ones, the better. If we fuck creationists, will it breed them out of existence? I think if you fuck them less, that's probably a good idea. Is there another chat? I'm not seeing some of the messages you're reading, and sometimes you don't read mine. It couldn't possibly be the low quality of mine, so something else is happening. Well, there's a live chat. You might be on top chat or something like that, whatever it's called. There's a little drop down at the top of the menu, and I don't read every fucking message. There's only one of me, and there's fucking 128 of you. So you do the fucking maths. I ain't gonna be able to keep up sometimes. I've been keeping up quite well today. The first time with my missus said, put it in halfway. I thought, nah, I put it all in. Then she said, now put in the rest, and I was in trouble. No, deal's a deal. It's only half. Space fake people are growing tiresome to me. I mean, yeah, I could see why. They're still funny, though. I mean, people always get tired of a particular topic, but you've got to remember a lot of people don't. And I rarely get tired of anything, but that's because I do my best to change it up. I try and look for something relatively new. Got a few topics that I like to cover regularly, but I try not to cover the same thing more than once a month. And I think that's what keeps me from going insane. So you won't get like a flat earth video more than once a month, generally speaking. You won't get one from a particular individual more than once a month, generally speaking. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. The other thing is, like, I don't try and follow trends. I just try and follow stuff that entertains me. And that's why I didn't make a video for Andrew Tate being popular, because I couldn't be asked. But I already had the videos, and there was that one. So I did republish it, and it got some views for that. Not republish. I put it on my community. I did a community post, and people watched it through that, and it was great. But yeah, the concept of evergreen content is something that I've always had in mind. I've always wanted videos that you could click on a completely random one and at least be entertained by that one. That's sort of a little bit less. I guess they're evergreen series. I do my little series, which is mostly the shit from, what do you call them now? Fucking Living Waters, Way of the Master, Kirk and Ray. Because their videos are so densely packed with bullshit that you just have to do the whole thing. Look for Moon is a Spaceship. Those guys are hilarious. I saw Orphan Red was up again briefly. She's worse. Bashing. See, that's not the kind of word I use. Not bashing. It's being criticised. Mocked a bit. But I don't consider what I do bashing. There's no violence to what I do. It's just people get the piss ripped out of them, which does sound more violent than I intended, but you know what I mean. For evergreen content, just talk about conifers. You know what I mean. Hans Wormhat growing crazier by the minute. Very entertaining. See, that's the thing. He is a Spaces fake motherfucker. So you like Hans Wormhat, but you also find things that he talks about not interesting. See? Swings and roundabouts, motherfucker. Best part about not focusing on too much current events is that the video stays relevant a bit longer. I like to think that they stay basically relevant enough. Like, stupid is stupid, and stupid people don't go away. People get mad at me when I cover an older video. Oh, this video is really old. Yeah, but it's still up. It's still getting comments, it's still getting views, and it's still fucking stupid. So what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't just leave it. Also, like, the main thing that I do with my videos, something that people don't seem to understand. Some people. I mean, there's obviously people who fine with it. But they just don't seem to understand that the first thing I do is make a video that I find funny. And that's the only kind of video that I make. I try to make sure whatever I'm doing is amusing to me. And if I don't find it amusing, the video just stops. Or if I find him, like, there was a guy who just kept bringing up some shit that I just was not fucking interested in talking about. And I was like, I could blow it off like once or twice, but over and over and over again. So I just stopped fucking making the video because I wasn't having fun. It stopped being a fun conversation and just became really fucked up. And I wasn't interested in that. And again, not fucked up in a fun way, things can be fucked up in fun ways, and sometimes they're just like, no. If it's amusing to you, I bet it's amusing to us too. That's kind of my theory. That's how I think. If I'm having fun, the chances are that you're going to have fun too. If I'm not having fun, I don't know how well I can fake it. I don't want to test that. I could probably be relatively if someone else wrote a decent script, but I think it's that I don't think I would write a good script if I wasn't having fun. Excuse me. Oh, thank you, body. Thank you so much. I work in Miami, a hotbed for smuggling, and smugglers tend to stash money away knowing it's a matter of when they get busted. I mean, fair enough. Where do they stash it? Did they check their buttholes? I don't represent drug smugglers. Big firms handle those. But I do handle a lot of exotic animal smuggling. And the most common animal are birds. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going to start ignoring them. I point out, as you know, cretins like Leo will be calling it Tosh within 24 hours. I don't know who Leo is. If it amuses you, others love it too. Again, like I said, I think that's the best way to do it, is to just make fun stuff for yourself. Like, if we're gonna end in a few minutes, so let's do the old so sick, I want to be a YouTuber like you question that I get relatively frequently. Make the best thing that you can and have fun while you're doing it. Sick flips the saying. He makes it till he fakes it. Yeah, I'll make it till I fake it, and then I'll probably stop. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. The stupidity in the world is not fucking going away. If anything, it's getting worse. But yeah, just make the best thing you can, and make sure you're not doing. Never, ever, ever make filler content. Now, if that means that you start off very slow, then start off slow. Oh, level Earth Observer. Okay. Oh. Leo is the one who says pantomime like 4 times a sentence. I have heard of Level Earth Observer. I have never watched him. That's one of the other things you have to remember about people like me, especially me, is that I've probably not heard of it. If it's a thing you've heard of, I probably haven't. Unless it's super fucking famous. So yeah, the best thing I make gets flushed down the toilet. I'm not going to be a YouTuber, but I have a shot on OnlyFans. Yeah, the other thing is, like, it doesn't start off straight away. And yeah, how do I become so sick? Can I pay to be you? If you paid me enough, fucking yeah. If you paid me enough that I didn't have to do this ever again, and it was like a solid, like, I'd stop for like $1 billion. You're damn right. But for now, no. I have a new job teaching parrots to curse. That is the best job ever. But yeah, make good thing. Make good thing best you can. Get a good fucking microphone for the love of Christ. And learn how to frame a shot. But also, don't base everything you do on what someone else tells you to do. Make sure you find your own fucking voice. Make sure you do things in a way that you find pleasing, not just because only $1 billion. Wow, you're cheap. It would be enough to set me and my family for life. I have a strong feeling that this channel is never, ever, ever, ever going to make anywhere near that much money. I would stop for $20 million. I probably would too. So how fucked are your YouTube recommendations at this point? My YouTube recommendations are 99% tech YouTube stuff, because that's what I watch. So they're fine. That's the thing to do. Make sure you don't make this. I guess that's a more long-term thing. If you're a bigger YouTuber, but you're like new, make sure that you don't let YouTube or what you do on YouTube become your life. Don't just spend all your time watching fucking streams of dipshits, because those things, they last for fucking hours. and they're not very interesting, and they're full of garbage, and it's just, yeah. I went viral. Now I'm sick. Anyway, we've hit the hour, and I'm gonna fuck off now and watch probably tech YouTube shit. But thank you for coming, and yeah, because of the video with the masturbation. But yeah, thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Skill